Let's play a quick game. I want you to think about the last time you felt truly relaxed about your finances. Can't remember? You're not alone. Financial stress has become so common, we almost see it as normal. But it doesn't have to be this way. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to break free from financial anxiety and achieve true peace of mind. We'll explore practical strategies, mindset shifts, and stress reduction techniques that will transform your relationship with money. Ready to play a new money game? The money stories we tell ourselves. Think back to your earliest memory involving money. What emotions bubble up? For many of us, these early experiences shape our relationship with finances in ways we might not even realize. It's like we're carrying around an invisible backpack filled with money beliefs, and sometimes, those beliefs can weigh us down without us even knowing it. Here's the thing. Many of us are living out money stories that we picked up years ago. Maybe you heard your parents arguing about bills, or you remember the excitement of finding a coin on the sidewalk. These seemingly small moments can have a big impact on how we think about money as adults. Did you know that our money beliefs start forming as early as age 7? That's right, before we even understand what taxes are or how a credit card works. We're already developing attitudes about money that can stick with us for life. It's pretty wild when you think about it. So what's your money story? Maybe you've caught yourself thinking, I'm just not good with numbers, whenever you need to work on your budget. Or perhaps you believe deep down that rich people are greedy, which makes you hesitant to pursue higher-paying opportunities. These stories we tell ourselves about money aren't just harmless thoughts. They can become self-fulfilling prophecies if we don't challenge them. Let's talk about how these stories show up in our daily lives. Have you ever avoided checking your bank balance because you're afraid of what you might see? That could be your money story of financial uncertainty is scary playing out. Or maybe you splurge on things you don't need when you're feeling down, acting out a belief that money buys happiness. The good news is, understanding your money story is the first step to changing it. Once you recognize the narrative you've been living by, you can start to question whether it's really true or helpful. Is it a fact that you're bad with money? Or is that just something you've always told yourself? When you start to challenge these beliefs, you open up new possibilities for your financial future. Here's where it gets exciting. You have the power to rewrite your money story starting today. It's not about erasing your past experiences or pretending they didn't happen. Instead, it's about recognizing how those experiences have shaped you and deciding which parts of that story you want to keep and which parts you're ready to let go of. Imagine if you could replace, I'll never be good with money, with I'm learning to manage my finances better every day. Or what if money is the root of all evil became money is a tool I can use to create positive change in my life and others? These new stories can be powerful motivators for making smart money moves. Let's look at how these stories play out in real life. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old graphic designer who always believed that artists can't make good money. This belief held her back from negotiating higher rates or seeking out more lucrative clients. But when Sarah started to challenge this story, she realized it was based on fear, not fact. She began to see her skills as valuable assets and started charging what she was worth. Within a year, Sarah had doubled her income, all because she rewrote her money story. Or consider Mike, who grew up hearing, we can't afford that, whenever he asked for something. As an adult, Mike found himself saying no to experiences he actually could afford, missing out on joy and opportunities. When Mike recognized this pattern, he changed his inner dialogue to, let me check if this aligns with my budget and goals. This simple shift allowed him to make more balanced decisions about spending and saving. These stories show us that our money beliefs aren't set in stone. They're more like clay that we can reshape. It might feel uncomfortable at first, change often does, but the payoff can be huge. When you start to shift your money story, you might find yourself feeling more confident about financial decisions, less anxious about money conversations, and more open to opportunities for growth. So, how can you start rewriting your own money story? Begin by paying attention to your thoughts and reactions when it comes to financial matters. Notice any patterns or recurring beliefs. Then, ask yourself where these ideas came from. Are they based on your own experiences, or are they hand-me-down beliefs from family or society? Once you've identified your current money story, think about what kind of story you'd like to live instead. What would it feel like to be confident and in control of your finances? How would your life be different if you believed in your ability to create wealth and manage money wisely? Recognizing your financial fears. Let's talk about something that affects almost all of us: financial fears. You know that nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach when you think about your bank account or the future. You're not alone. Financial anxiety is incredibly common, but here's the thing. Understanding your fears is the first step to conquering them. Think about your biggest money worry. Is it the fear of drowning in debt? Or maybe you're terrified of not having enough savings for emergencies or retirement. Whatever it is, acknowledging that fear is crucial. These worries aren't just random thoughts. They often stem from a lack of understanding about our finances or from past experiences that have shaped our view of money. Here's where things get tricky. These fears can actually hold us back from taking positive action with our money. It's like a catch-22. We're afraid of our finances, so we avoid dealing with them, which only makes our situation and our fears worse. Does this sound familiar? Maybe you've put off checking your bank statements or avoided opening bills because you're scared of what you might find. But avoiding our financial reality is like trying to drive with your eyes closed. It's not going to end well. The key is to face these fears head-on, armed with knowledge and support. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but trust me, it's worth it. Let's break down some common financial fears. Many people are afraid of investing, worried they'll lose all their money in the stock market. Others are paralyzed by the fear of debt, especially if they've seen loved ones struggle with it. And then there's the big one: financial insecurity. The worry that no matter what you do, you'll never have enough. These fears can manifest in some pretty intense ways. Have you ever found yourself obsessively checking your bank account, hoping for a different number to appear? Or maybe you felt completely frozen when faced with a financial decision, unable to move forward? These are classic signs of financial anxiety. But here's the good news. There are ways to tackle these fears and reduce your anxiety. One powerful tool is simply understanding your current financial situation. It sounds obvious, but many of us avoid looking at the full picture of our finances. Creating a detailed budget and tracking your spending can turn those vague, scary money worries into concrete, manageable tasks. Think about it. When you know exactly where your money is going, you're in control. You can make informed decisions about your spending and saving. It's like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly, things aren't so scary anymore. Another helpful strategy is to set clear financial goals. When you have a target to work towards, whether it's building an emergency fund or saving for a dream vacation, it gives your financial efforts purpose. Instead of just worrying about money, you're actively working towards something positive. Now, let's talk about a technique that might surprise you: mindfulness. Yes, the same mindfulness you've probably heard about for reducing stress can also help with financial anxiety. By practicing mindfulness and meditation, you can become more aware of your thoughts and emotions around money. This awareness can help you make better financial decisions and reduce impulsive spending behaviors. Imagine being able to pause and take a breath before making a purchase, really considering whether it aligns with your financial goals. Or picture yourself calmly reviewing your budget without that familiar surge of panic. That's the power of combining mindfulness with your money management. Remember, facing your financial fears isn't about becoming a money expert overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps towards understanding and managing your finances. Each time you check your bank statement, track an expense, or make a budget, you're building your financial confidence. Think of it like exercising a muscle. The more you work on your financial fitness, the stronger and more confident you'll become. Over time, those big, scary money fears will start to shrink. They might not disappear completely. After all, some concern about finances is normal and even helpful, but they won't control your life anymore. Challenging your money mindset. All right, let's talk about something that might be holding you back without you even realizing it: your money mindset. You know how we've been exploring financial fears? Well, there's another piece of the puzzle that's just as important. It's not just about what you know about money, but how you think about it. Think about it. Have you ever caught yourself saying things like, "I'll never be good with money," or "rich people are just lucky"? These thoughts might seem harmless, but they're actually shaping your financial future in a big way. Your money mindset is like the lens through which you view all things financial, and it's influencing your decisions more than you might think. Here's the thing: your money mindset isn't set in stone. It's something you can change, and when you do, it can open up a whole new world of financial possibilities. Morgan Housel, in his book The Psychology of Money, puts it perfectly. Doing well with money has a little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave. In other words, it's not about being a math whiz or having a finance degree. It's about how you approach money in your everyday life. Let's break this down a bit. Your money mindset is basically the set of beliefs you have about money and wealth. These beliefs often come from our upbringing. Maybe you grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that. Or maybe you've picked up messages from society about what it means to be wealthy or how hard it is to make money. All of these experiences shape how you think about money today. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you have a scarcity mindset, always feeling like there's not enough money to go around, it can lead to some pretty stressful financial decisions. You might find yourself constantly worrying about money, even when things are okay. Or you might avoid looking at your bank account because you're afraid of what you'll see. This kind of thinking can actually hold you back from making smart money moves. But what if you could shift to an abundance mindset instead? This doesn't mean pretending you're a millionaire when you're not. It's about recognizing the opportunities around you and believing in your ability to improve your financial situation. When you have an abundance mindset, you're more likely to take positive actions with your money, like saving for the future or investing in yourself. So how do you start shifting your money mindset? It all begins with awareness. Start paying attention to how you talk about money, both out loud and in your head. If you catch yourself saying something negative, try to reframe it. For example, instead of saying, "I can't afford that," you might say, "That's a luxury I'm choosing not to spend on right now." See the difference? One makes you feel powerless, while the other puts you in control of your choices. Another powerful tool is using positive affirmations. I know, it might sound a bit cheesy at first, but hear me out. Saying things like, "I am capable of managing my finances well," or "I make smart decisions with my money," can actually help rewire your brain over time. It's like training a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it gets. Some people even listen to affirmations while they sleep to really let those positive messages sink in. Visualization is another technique that can work wonders for your money mindset. Take a few minutes each day to picture yourself achieving your financial goals. Maybe it's seeing yourself debt-free, or owning your dream home, or having a thriving business. The key is to make it as detailed as possible. Engage all your senses. What does financial success look and feel like to you? The more real you can make it in your mind, the more likely you are to take actions that align with that vision. Now, let's talk about your money story. We all have one, whether we realize it or not. It's the narrative we've created about our relationship with money, based on our past experiences and beliefs. The cool thing is, you have the power to rewrite this story. Start by identifying any limiting beliefs you have about money. Maybe you think you're bad with numbers, or that it's not polite to talk about money. Once you recognize these beliefs, you can challenge them and replace them with more empowering ones. Remember, changing your money mindset isn't about ignoring financial realities or pretending everything is perfect. It's about approaching your finances with a sense of possibility and empowerment. It's about recognizing that you have more control over your financial situation than you might think. The power of financial affirmations. Now let's explore a powerful tool that can transform your financial mindset, and it's all about the words you use. Have you ever considered that the way you talk to yourself about money could be the key to unlocking your financial potential? It's true, and it's called financial affirmations. Think about it. How often do you catch yourself saying things like, "I can never afford that," or "I'm terrible with money"? These negative thoughts aren't just harmless grumbles. They can actually shape your financial reality. When we constantly tell ourselves these pessimistic messages, we're reinforcing beliefs that can hold us back from financial success. But here's the exciting part. Just as negative self-talk can drag us down, positive affirmations can lift us up. Financial affirmations are positive statements about your relationship with money. They're like little pep talks you give yourself, focusing on abundance rather than lack. So, how do these affirmations work? Well, it's all about rewiring your brain. When you repeat positive statements about money, you're training your mind to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. It's like creating new pathways in your brain, ones that lead to financial confidence and success. Let's look at some examples of powerful financial affirmations. You might try saying, "I am worthy of financial success," or "money flows easily to me." These statements might feel a bit strange at first, especially if you're used to negative self-talk. But that's okay. The key is to choose affirmations that feel authentic to you. Remember, this isn't about ignoring financial realities or pretending everything is perfect. It's about shifting your perspective and opening yourself up to new possibilities. When you start believing in your financial potential, you're more likely to take positive actions that align with that belief. Now, you might be wondering, does this really work? Well, research suggests it does. Studies have shown that practicing affirmations regularly can shift beliefs and financial behaviors over time. It's not an overnight fix, but rather a gradual process of challenging your limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering ones. Think about it this way. Every time you repeat a positive affirmation, you're planting a seed of possibility in your mind. With regular nurturing, that's the repetition part. These seeds can grow into strong, confident beliefs about your financial abilities. But it's not just about feeling good. These affirmations can lead to real changes in your financial life. When you believe in your ability to manage money well, you're more likely to take smart financial actions. You might find yourself more motivated to save, more confident in negotiating a raise, or more open to exploring investment opportunities. In fact, research has highlighted a link between financial self-care and positive affirmations. This suggests that believing in your financial success can lead to taking responsible actions that promote financial wellness. It's like a positive feedback loop. Your affirmations boost your confidence, which leads to better financial decisions, which in turn reinforces your positive beliefs. Let's talk about how to make financial affirmations work for you. First, choose affirmations that resonate with you personally. They should feel true, or at least possible, when you say them. You might start with something like, I am attracting wealth and abundance into my life with smart financial decisions and opportunities. Next, make affirmations a regular part of your routine. You could say them in the mirror each morning, write them in a journal, or even set them as reminders on your phone. The key is consistency. Just like any habit, the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. As you use these affirmations, pay attention to how they make you feel. Do you notice a shift in your attitude towards money? Are you making different financial choices? Keep track of these changes. They can be powerful motivators to continue the practice. It's also worth noting that the benefits of financial affirmations can extend beyond your bank account. They can have a positive impact on your overall mental health. By reducing anxiety about money and fostering a sense of control over your financial situation, you're likely to feel more relaxed and confident in general. Remember, changing your money mindset is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you're old, negative thoughts creep back in. That's normal. When this happens, don't beat yourself up. Instead, visualizing your financial success. Let's explore a powerful tool that can transform your financial future. And it's all about using your imagination. Close your eyes for a moment. Can you picture what true financial freedom looks like for you? This next technique might just bring that vision to life and help you turn it into reality. Visualization isn't just some woo-woo concept. It's a technique used by successful people in all kinds of fields, from athletes to business leaders. And guess what? It can work wonders for your finances too. Think about it. If you can't see yourself as financially successful, how can you expect to get there? Here's the thing. Many of us struggle to picture ourselves as financially secure. Maybe you've always thought of wealth as something that happens to other people, or you've been so focused on just getting by that you haven't allowed yourself to dream bigger. But that's exactly why visualization is so powerful. It helps you create a clear mental image of your financial goals, making them feel more real and achievable. When you practice visualization, you're essentially creating a roadmap for your brain. You're showing it where you want to go financially, and that can help align your actions with your desired outcomes. It's like giving your subconscious mind a set of instructions to follow. So, how do you start visualizing your financial success? It's simpler than you might think. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Now, start creating a detailed mental picture of your ideal financial situation. What does your life look like when you're financially free? Where are you living? What are you doing with your time? How does it feel to know that you're financially secure? Don't just focus on the numbers in your bank account. Really engage all your senses in this exercise. Imagine how it feels to wake up without money worries. Picture yourself confidently making big purchases or generous donations. Hear the conversations you're having with loved ones about exciting plans for the future. The The more vivid and detailed you can make this mental image, the more powerful it becomes. One of the great things about visualization is that you can do it anywhere, anytime. But research suggests that practicing visualization regularly, especially before sleep, can be particularly effective. When you visualize right before bed, you're reinforcing these positive financial outcomes in your subconscious mind as you sleep. It's like planting seeds of success that can grow and flourish over time. Now you might be thinking, this sounds great, but does it really work? Well, studies have shown that individuals who effectively visualize their financial goals often experience increased motivation and improved decision-making when it comes to their finances. It's not magic, it's about training your brain to focus on what you want to achieve. But here's an important tip. To maximize the effectiveness of visualization, you need to be consistent with your practice. It's not a one-and-done deal. Just like you wouldn't expect to get fit by going to the gym once, you can't expect to transform your financial mindset with a single visualization session. Make it a regular part of your routine, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Another key point is to focus on specific, realistic financial goals rather than vague aspirations. Instead of just visualizing being rich, picture yourself reaching a specific savings goal, buying a home, or starting that business you've always dreamed about. The more concrete your vision, the easier it will be for your brain to work towards making it a reality. Remember, visualization isn't about escaping reality or daydreaming. It's a tool to help you clarify your goals, boost your confidence, and guide your actions. When you regularly visualize your financial success, you're more likely to recognize opportunities that align with your goals. You might find yourself making better financial decisions, feeling more motivated to save or invest, or even coming up with creative ideas to increase your income. Visualization can be especially powerful when combined with other techniques we've discussed, like positive affirmations. Imagine starting your day by visualizing your financial success, and then reinforcing that vision with powerful, positive statements about your ability to manage money and create wealth. That's a 1-2 punch that can really shift your money mindset over time. The magic of money journaling. Let's talk about a powerful tool that can transform your relationship with money. It's called money journaling. Now you might be thinking, writing about money? That sounds about as fun as watching paint dry. But hear me out. When was the last time you really sat down and explored your thoughts and feelings about money? For many of us, the answer is, well, never. Here's the thing, journaling isn't just for angsty teenagers or aspiring novelists. It's a powerful tool for self-reflection and growth in all areas of life, including your finances. But let's be honest, many of us avoid thinking deeply about our money situation. Maybe it's out of fear, maybe it's shame, or maybe we just don't know where to start. Whatever the reason, avoiding our financial reality often makes things worse, not better. So, what exactly is money journaling? It's pretty simple, really. It involves regularly writing about your financial thoughts and feelings. You might write about your money goals, your fears, or even just what you spent that day. The key is to be consistent and honest with yourself. Now, you might be wondering, what's the point of all this writing? Well, money journaling can help you uncover hidden beliefs and patterns about money that you might not even realize you have. Think about it. Our relationship with money is complex. It's shaped by our upbringing, our experiences, and even the messages we get from society. By writing it all down, you start to see these influences more clearly. Let's talk about how to get started. One great way to begin is by writing about your earliest money memories. Maybe you remember your parents arguing about bills, or the excitement of getting your first piggy bank. These early experiences often shape our adult attitudes towards money, so exploring them can be really eye-opening. Another good prompt is to write about your current financial situation. Be honest with yourself here. How do you feel about your income, your debts, your spending habits? Don't judge yourself, just write it all down. Here's where it gets really interesting. As you keep journaling, you'll start to notice patterns and insights in your entries. Maybe you'll realize that you always overspend when you're stressed, or that you have a hard time asking for a raise because of something your parents used to say about money. These insights can be game changers in your financial life. But remember, money journaling isn't just about uncovering problems. It's also about celebrating your progress and practicing gratitude. Take some time to write about the things you're grateful for financially, even if they seem small. Maybe you're thankful for that $5 you found in an old coat pocket, or proud of yourself for sticking to your budget this week. Focusing on the positive can help balance out any negative emotions you might have about money. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds great, but I'm not sure I can be honest with myself about money. And that's okay. It's normal to feel a bit uncomfortable at first. Money can bring up a lot of emotions: fear, shame, anxiety. But here's the thing. By facing these feelings head-on in your journal, you're actually taking away some of their power. You're shining a light on them, and that's the first step to dealing with them. Let's talk about some specific prompts you can use in your money journal. You might try writing about your limiting beliefs about money. Do you believe that money is the root of all evil, or that I'll never be good with money? Write these beliefs down, then challenge them. Where did they come from? Are they really true? Another great prompt is to write about your current financial situation and how it makes you feel. Be specific here. Instead of just writing, "I feel stressed about money," try to dig deeper. What exactly are you stressed about? What would make you feel more secure? You can also use your journal to set financial goals and track your progress. Write about where you want to be financially in 1 year, 5 years, or even 10 years. Then, break these big goals down into smaller, actionable steps. As you work towards these goals, use your journal to reflect on your progress and any challenges you face. Remember, the key to effective money journaling is consistency. Try to write a little bit every day, or at least a few times a week. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and insights that can help you make better financial decisions. Setting empowering financial goals. Now that we've explored the power of money journaling, let's talk about something that can really supercharge your financial journey. Setting empowering financial goals. Have you ever sat down and really thought about your biggest money dream? Not just a vague idea, but a clear, exciting vision of your financial future? Here's the thing. Setting clear financial goals is like having a roadmap for your money. It's not just about dreaming big. It's about creating a plan that actually works for you. But here's where many of us stumble. We often set goals that are too vague or unrealistic. We might say something like, "I want to be rich," or "I want to pay off all my debt," without really thinking about the specifics. So, how do we set goals that actually motivate us and lead to real change? Well, there's a handy framework called SMART goals that can help. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break that down a bit. Specific means getting really clear on what you want. Instead of saying, "I want to save more money," you might say, "I want to save $5,000 for a down payment on a car." Measurable means you can track your progress. In this case, you can easily see how much you've saved and how close you are to your goal. Achievable is all about setting goals that are within reach. Sure, we all want to be millionaires, but for most of us, that's not going to happen overnight. It's better to set goals that stretch you a bit, but are still possible with some hard work. Relevant means the goal matters to you and fits with your overall life plans. And time-bound means setting a deadline. It gives you a sense of urgency and helps you stay focused. Now here's something really interesting. Research shows that people who write down their goals are way more likely to achieve them. It's like magic, but it's actually science. Writing down your goals makes them more real and reinforces your commitment to them. Plus, it gives you something to look at when you need a reminder of what you're working towards. But how do you figure out what goals to set in the first place? Start by thinking about what really matters to you in your financial life. Maybe it's buying a home, starting a business, or taking a dream vacation. Whatever it is, make sure it's something that truly excites you. Because when you're working towards something you really want, it's a lot easier to stay motivated. Once you've got your big goals in mind, it's time to break them down into smaller, actionable steps. This is super important because big goals can feel overwhelming. But when you break them down, suddenly they seem a lot more doable. For example, if your goal is to save $10,000 this year, you could break that down into saving $833 per month, or about $28 per day. That sounds a lot more manageable, right? Now, here's a key point. Your goals aren't set in stone. Life changes, and your goals should be flexible enough to change with it. Maybe you set a goal to save for a house, but then you decide to go back to school. That's okay. The important thing is to regularly review your goals and make sure they still align with what you want in life. Setting financial goals isn't just about the end result, it's also about the journey. As you work towards your goals, you'll learn a lot about yourself and your relationship with money. You might discover new strengths you didn't know you had, or find areas where you need to improve. And that's all part of the process. One thing that can really help is to celebrate your progress along the way. Did you save your first $100 towards your goal? That's worth celebrating. Hit a milestone in paying off your debt. Time for a budget-friendly treat. These little celebrations can help keep you motivated and remind you that you're making real progress. Remember, the whole point of setting financial goals is to help you create the life you want. It's not about restricting yourself or following someone else's idea of what you should do with your money. It's about figuring out what matters to you and then making a plan to get there. Creating your financial roadmap. You've set your financial goals, but do you know how to actually get there? Let's talk about turning those dreams into a step-by-step plan that works for you. Imagine having a clear map to your financial destination. How would that change your money mindset? Creating a financial roadmap is like plotting out your journey to financial success. It's not just about knowing where you want to go. It's about figuring out how to get there. Think about it. When you're planning a trip, you don't just pick a destination and hope for the best, right? You plan your route, pack what you need, and prepare for any bumps along the way. Your financial journey is no different. A well-crafted financial roadmap can help you navigate the twists and turns of your money path with confidence. So, how do we create this magical money map? Let's break it down. First things first, we need to get clear on where your money is going right now. Creating a detailed budget is like taking a snapshot of your current financial landscape. It helps you understand your income and expenses, showing you exactly where your hard-earned cash is flowing. This clarity can be a game changer, turning those vague money worries into concrete, actionable items. Once you've got a handle on your current situation, it's time to plot out your course. Remember those financial goals we talked about earlier? Now's the time to bring them into focus. Think about your short-term goals, like saving for a vacation, medium-term goals, maybe buying a car, and long-term goals, comfortable retirement. For each goal, identify the specific steps you need to take to make it happen. Here's where it gets fun. Let's add some milestones to your map. These are like checkpoints on your financial journey, helping you track your progress and stay motivated. Maybe your first milestone is saving $1,000 for your emergency fund, or paying off your smallest credit card debt. Whatever it is, make sure it's something you can celebrate along the way. Now let's talk timelines. Without deadlines, goals can feel a bit wishy-washy. So, give each of your goals a time frame. This doesn't mean you need to stress if you don't hit every deadline perfectly, but having a target date can help keep you focused and motivated. Here's the thing about financial journeys. They rarely go exactly as planned. That's why it's crucial to identify potential obstacles and develop strategies to overcome them. Maybe you're worried about unexpected expenses throwing you off course. In that case, building a financial safety net, like an emergency fund, can be a great strategy. It provides a buffer against those surprise costs, giving you peace of mind as you work towards your bigger goals. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to your finances. Engaging in financial education and using online money management tools can really boost your confidence in creating and maintaining your financial roadmap. The more you know, the more empowered you'll feel to make smart money decisions. Let's talk about the psychological benefits of having a solid financial plan. When you have a clear roadmap, it can significantly reduce feelings of uncertainty and anxiety about your finances. Instead of worrying about the unknown, you're focusing on positive action and progress. It's like turning on the lights in a dark room. Suddenly, everything becomes clearer and less scary. Think about facing debt, for example. It can feel overwhelming when you're not sure how to tackle it. But when you include a debt repayment strategy in your financial roadmap, you're breaking it down into manageable steps. Each time you pay off a chunk of debt, you're getting a psychological win that boosts your motivation to keep going. Your financial roadmap isn't set in stone. Life changes, and your plan should be flexible enough to change with it. Maybe you get a promotion, or decide to go back to school, or have a baby. These life events will impact your finances, and your roadmap should evolve to reflect your new reality. The beauty of a well-structured financial roadmap is that it's not just about reaching a final destination. It's about enjoying the journey and feeling more in control of your money every step of the way. As you follow your roadmap, you'll likely find that your overall sense of financial well-being improves. You're not just hoping for a better financial future, you're actively creating it. Mastering the art of budgeting. Now that we've laid the groundwork for your financial journey, let's talk about a tool that's often misunderstood, but incredibly powerful: budgeting. What if I told you that budgeting isn't about restriction, but about giving yourself permission to spend? That's right, a well-crafted budget can actually be your ticket to financial freedom. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated to buy something you really wanted because you weren't sure if you could afford it? Or worse, bought it anyway and then worried about the consequences? That's where budgeting comes in. It's not about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes with confidence. Let's start by reframing how we think about budgets. Instead of seeing them as restrictive spending plans, think of them as roadmaps for your money. Just like you wouldn't set out on a cross-country road trip without a map, or at least a GPS. You shouldn't navigate your financial life without a plan. So, how do we create this financial roadmap? It starts with understanding where your money is going right now. For the next month, try tracking every single expense. You might be surprised at what you find. Maybe that daily coffee run is adding up more than you realized. Or perhaps you're spending less on groceries than you thought. Once you have a clear picture of your spending habits, it's time to create categories that align with your values and goals. This is where budgeting gets personal. Your categories might include necessities like rent and utilities, but don't forget to make room for the things that bring joy to your life. Love trying new restaurants? Create a dining out category. Passionate about fitness? Make sure your budget includes a gym membership line. Now comes the fun part, allocating your income to these categories. This is where you get to decide what's important to you. Maybe you realize you can cut back on impulse purchases to save more for that dream vacation. Or perhaps you find that you can afford to boost your retirement savings by adjusting your entertainment budget. Remember, a budget isn't set in stone. Life changes, and your budget should too. Make it a habit to review and adjust your budget regularly. Maybe you got a raise, congratulations. Or perhaps you're facing some unexpected expenses. Your budget should flex with your life, always keeping you in control. One of the most powerful aspects of budgeting is how it can transform your relationship with money. Instead of feeling guilty about spending, you'll feel empowered. When you've budgeted for something, you can enjoy it fully, knowing it fits into your overall financial plan. Let's talk about some practical ways to make budgeting work for you. Online money management tools can be game changers. They can help you track your spending automatically, set up savings goals, and even send you alerts if you're approaching your limits in certain categories. It's like having a personal financial assistant in your pocket. If you're dealing with debt, your budget can be a powerful ally. Experts recommend using techniques like the debt snowball or avalanche methods to tackle debt strategically. These approaches can provide psychological wins that boost your motivation, making it easier to stick to your budget and reach your financial goals. Speaking of goals, setting realistic financial targets is crucial for maintaining focus and motivation. When you're creating your budget, take some time to think about what you really want to achieve. Maybe it's building up an emergency fund, saving for a down payment on a house, or finally taking that dream vacation. Clear, achievable goals help divert your attention from financial stressors towards positive actions and progress. One often overlooked aspect of budgeting is the role of mindfulness. The practice of mindfulness can enhance your budgeting efforts by increasing self-awareness and helping you detach from emotional spending behaviors. Next time you're tempted to make an unplanned purchase, take a moment to check in with yourself. Are you buying this because you need it, or because you're feeling stressed or upset? Remember, the ultimate goal of budgeting is to increase your financial freedom and reduce stress. A well-managed budget gives you a sense of control over your financial situation. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about making intentional choices that align with your values and goals. Financial education plays a vital role in this process. The more you understand about personal finance management, the more empowered you'll feel to make informed decisions. Don't be afraid to seek out resources. Building your financial safety net. Let's talk about something that can truly change your financial life. Building your safety net. Think about it. How would it feel to know you're prepared for any financial curveball life might throw your way? Pretty amazing, right? Here's the thing. An emergency fund isn't just a nice to have. It's a must-have for your financial peace of mind. It's like having a financial superhero cape tucked away, ready to swoop in and save the day when you need it most. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I can barely keep up with my bills. How am I supposed to save for emergencies? Trust me, you're not alone. Many people struggle with saving, leaving them vulnerable when unexpected expenses pop up. But here's a secret. Even starting small can make a big difference. Did you know that saving just $500 could be the difference between a minor setback and a major crisis? It's true. That $500 could cover an unexpected car repair or a last-minute flight to see a sick relative. It might not seem like much, but it can be a real lifesaver in a pinch. Of course, ideally, you want to aim for more. Financial experts often recommend saving 3 to 6 months of living expenses in an easily accessible account. This might sound like a lot, but remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your emergency fund. The key is to start where you are and build from there. Think about your current expenses. How much do you need each month for essentials like rent, food, and utilities? Once you have that number, you can set a goal to save up that amount over time. Now here's a smart money move that can make saving a whole lot easier: automation. Set up a regular transfer from your checking account to your emergency fund savings account. It could be $20 a week, $50 a paycheck, or whatever you can manage. The important thing is to make it consistent. When you automate your savings, you're paying yourself first before you have a chance to spend that money on something else. But here's where it gets tricky. Once you start building up your emergency fund, you might be tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. That new phone or that amazing sale at your favorite store. They're not emergencies, no matter how much it might feel like it at the moment. Resist the urge. Your future self will thank you when a real emergency comes along. Remember, your emergency fund is there to turn potential financial disasters into mere inconveniences. Imagine how different it would feel to face an unexpected job loss or a sudden medical bill when you know you have a cushion to fall back on. Instead of panic, you'd have peace of mind. Instead of scrambling to make ends meet, you'd have time to plan your next move. Creating a detailed budget can be a game changer when it comes to building your emergency fund. By tracking your spending, you might uncover areas where you can cut back and redirect that money to your savings. Maybe you realize you're spending more on takeout than you thought, or that subscription service you forgot about is eating into your budget. These small adjustments can add up to significant savings over time. And here's something else to consider. Having a financial safety net doesn't just protect you from emergencies. It can actually reduce your day-to-day stress levels. When you know you have a backup plan, you're less likely to lie awake at night worrying about money. You might even find yourself making better financial decisions overall because you're not constantly operating from a place of fear or scarcity. Building your emergency fund is like giving yourself the gift of financial security. It's a way of saying, "I've got your back" to yourself. And let me tell you, that feeling is priceless. Investing for your future. Let's talk about something that can truly supercharge your financial future. Investing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Investing? Isn't that just for Wall Street types or rich people? But here's the thing. Investing is for everyone, and it's one of the smartest money moves you can make. Think about it this way. When you're working, you're trading your time for money. But when you invest, you're putting your money to work for you. It's like having a little army of dollar bills out there, hustling day and night to make you more money. Sounds pretty sweet, right? Now I get it. The idea of investing can feel scary, especially if you're just starting out. Maybe you've heard stories about people losing everything in the stock market, or you feel like you need to be a financial genius to even get started. But let me tell you a secret. Investing doesn't have to be complicated or risky. Let's start with the basics. When you invest, you're essentially buying a small piece of a company or a bunch of companies. As these companies grow and make more money, the value of your investment grows too. And here's where the magic happens: compound interest. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger and bigger as it goes. Your money earns returns, and then those returns start earning returns too. Over time, this can lead to some seriously impressive growth. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but I don't have a ton of money to invest. Good news, you don't need a fortune to get started. In fact, experts recommend beginning with low-cost index funds. These are like a basket of stocks from a whole bunch of different companies, which means you're spreading out your risk. And the best part, you don't need to be constantly watching the market or making trades. It's a simple, hands-off approach that can work wonders over time. Here's another pro tip. Take advantage of tax-advantaged accounts like 401k, and IRAs. These special accounts can help your investments grow even faster by reducing the amount of taxes you pay on your earnings. If your employer offers a 401k match, that's basically free money. Don't leave it on the table. Now, let's talk about something really important: patience. Investing is a long-term game. The stock market will go up and down. That's just what it does. But here's the key: don't panic when you see those short-term fluctuations. History shows that over long periods, the market tends to go up. So take a deep breath, stick to your plan, and resist the urge to make rash decisions based on daily news or market swings. Want to know something that might surprise you? According to financial experts, if you really want to set yourself up for financial independence, you should aim to save and invest a substantial portion of your income, ideally 30 to 50%. I know, that sounds like a lot. But hear me out. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making conscious choices about what really matters to you and directing your money towards your future. Have you heard of the FIRE movement? It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. These folks are all about aggressive saving and investing to achieve financial freedom earlier in life. Now, they do warn that market conditions can change unexpectedly, so it's important to stay flexible. But the core idea, that intentional saving and investing can dramatically change your financial future, is something we can all learn from. Here's another smart strategy: diversification. Think of it as not putting all your eggs in one basket. A well-balanced portfolio might include a mix of stocks, bonds, and even real estate. This approach can help reduce your risk while still giving you the potential for solid returns. And here's a little-known secret: dividend stocks. These are stocks of companies that regularly pay out a portion of their profits to shareholders. It's like getting a bonus just for owning the stock. And if you reinvest those dividends, you're supercharging that compound interest effect we talked about earlier. Remember, investing isn't about getting rich quick or making risky bets. It's about making informed decisions, being consistent, and letting time work its magic. It's about building a future where money stress doesn't keep you up at night, where you have the freedom to make choices based on what you want, not just what you can afford. Mastering the art of negotiation. Let's talk about a skill that can truly transform your financial life: negotiation. When was the last time you asked for a raise or tried to lower a bill? If you're like many people, especially women, the answer might be never or not recently enough. But here's the thing: negotiation isn't just for boardrooms or car dealerships. It's a powerful tool that can help you earn more, spend less, and build wealth faster. Think about it. A single conversation could potentially boost your income by thousands of dollars a year. That's not just a nice bonus. It's money that could significantly accelerate your journey to financial peace of mind. And it's not just about salary. Negotiation skills can help you get better deals on everything from your cable bill to your car insurance. But I get it, negotiation can feel uncomfortable. Maybe you worry about coming across as pushy or greedy. Maybe you've been taught that it's not polite to talk about money. These fears are common, especially for women who often face unique challenges when it comes to negotiation. Research shows that women are less likely to initiate negotiations compared to men, often due to societal conditioning that discourages assertiveness in women. However, avoiding negotiation can have serious consequences for your financial health. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that women who negotiate their salaries can increase their earnings by an average of $7,000 per year. That's not small change. Over the course of a career, it could add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. So how do you become a skilled negotiator? It starts with preparation. Before you enter any negotiation, whether it's for a salary increase or a lower interest, rate on your credit card, do your homework. Research fair market rates for your role or the services you're using. This knowledge is your secret weapon. It empowers you to make informed requests and strengthens your position during discussions. Next, practice makes perfect. Try role-playing your negotiation pitch with a friend or mentor. This can help you build confidence and improve your performance during actual negotiations. Plus, it gives you a chance to anticipate objections and refine your arguments. Remember, the goal isn't to win at all costs, but to find a solution that works for both parties. When you're in the negotiation, remember that it's a normal part of business interactions. You're not being difficult or unreasonable by asking for what you deserve. In fact, many employers and service providers expect negotiation and may even respect you more for advocating for yourself. One powerful tactic is to be prepared to walk away if the terms aren't right for you. This doesn't mean storming out dramatically, but rather calmly stating that you'll need to consider other options if your needs can't be met. Often, this can lead to a better offer. Let's look at a real-life example. Sarah, a marketing manager, had been at her job for 3 years without a significant raise. She knew she was underpaid compared to industry standards, but was nervous about asking for more. After practicing with a friend and researching salary data for her role, she approached her boss with a well-prepared pitch. She highlighted her achievements, the value she brought to the company, and the market rates for her position. The result? A 15% salary increase, which translated to an extra $10,000 per year. But negotiation isn't just about big, one-time events like salary discussions. It's a skill you can use in your everyday life. For instance, when John noticed his cable bill had increased, he called the company and politely asked if there were any promotions available. After a brief negotiation, he managed to lower his monthly bill by $30. That's $360 in savings per year. Remember, negotiation is a skill that improves with practice. Each time you negotiate, whether successful or not, you're learning and getting better. Don't be discouraged if you don't always get exactly what you want. The important thing is that you're advocating for yourself and your financial well-being, protecting your financial future. Now that we've talked about growing your wealth, let's focus on protecting it. Think about it. All your hard work could vanish in an instant if you're not prepared for life's curveballs. It's not the most exciting topic, but it's crucial for your financial peace of mind. Insurance is like a safety net for your finances. It's there to catch you when unexpected events try to knock you down. But here's the thing. Many young adults don't give insurance the attention it deserves. They think, I'm young and healthy. Why do I need insurance? But that's exactly when you should be thinking about it. Let's break it down. Health insurance is a must-have. It covers those sky-high medical bills that could otherwise wipe out your savings. Then there's life insurance. It's not just for older folks. If anyone depends on your income, like a partner or kids, life insurance ensures they're taken care of if something happens to you. Disability insurance is another smart move. It replaces part of your income if you can't work due to an illness or injury. Think about it. How long could you cover your bills if you suddenly couldn't work? For most people, the answer is not long enough. Don't forget about property insurance. Whether you're renting or own a home, it protects your stuff from theft, fire, or other disasters. It's a small price to pay for peace of mind. Now, let's talk about something that might make you a bit uncomfortable. Estate planning. You might think, I'm too young to worry about that. But here's the truth. It's never too early to start. Estate planning isn't just for the wealthy. It's about making sure your wishes are followed if something happens to you. Start with a basic will. It doesn't have to be complicated. A will simply states who gets what if you pass away. Without one, the court decides how to distribute your assets, and it might not be how you'd want. Another important document is a healthcare directive. This spells out your wishes for medical care if you can't speak for yourself. It might seem far-fetched now, but having this in place can save your loved ones from making difficult decisions during an already stressful time. Here's a key point. Your insurance and estate plans aren't set-and-forget documents. As your life changes, so should your plans. Got a promotion? You might need more life insurance. Bought a house? Time to update that will. Having a baby? That's a big one. You'll want to review everything. The financial impact of being underinsured can be severe. It's not just about the money, it's about the stress and instability that come with unexpected expenses. Studies show that people without adequate insurance are more likely to face financial hardship when hit with surprise costs. Financial advisors often emphasize the importance of having a comprehensive insurance plan and a clear estate plan. It's not just about protecting your assets. It's about securing your financial future and reducing anxiety about what-ifs. Remember, the goal here isn't to scare you. It's to empower you. When you have the right protections in place, you can face the future with confidence. You'll know that no matter what life throws your way, you've got a solid foundation to stand on. Think of it this way. You wouldn't drive a car without seatbelts, right? Insurance and estate planning are the financial equivalent of seatbelts. They're there to protect you if things go wrong, but hopefully, you'll never need them. So, take some time to review your insurance coverage. Are there gaps you need to fill? And if you haven't started estate planning, now's the time. Even a basic will is better than nothing. Remember, these aren't one-time tasks. Make it a habit to review your plans annually or whenever you have a major life change. Cultivating financial discipline. Think about the longest you've ever stuck to a financial goal. Was it a month? A year? Or maybe you're still going strong? Whatever your answer, it's time to talk about financial discipline, the secret sauce of long-term money success. In our world of instant everything, cultivating financial discipline can feel like swimming against the current. We're bombarded with ads telling us to buy now, pay later, and treat ourselves because we deserve it. And let's be honest, sometimes it's hard to say no to that shiny new gadget or that impromptu weekend getaway. But here's the thing, financial discipline isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making consistent, responsible decisions with your money that align with your bigger goals. It's choosing to invest in your future self, even when it means saying no to some things in the present. So, how do we build this financial superpower? Let's start by getting to know ourselves better. We all have financial weaknesses. Maybe you're a sucker for online shopping sales, or you can't resist eating out when you're tired. The key is to identify these weak spots and create targeted strategies to address them. For example, if you know you tend to overspend on weekends, you could set a specific savings goal for those days. Or if you struggle with impulse purchases, try implementing a 24-hour rule before buying anything non-essential. By acknowledging our financial Achilles heels, we can build defenses against them. Now, let's talk about tools that can make financial discipline easier. One of the most powerful is automatic savings transfers. By setting up your bank account to automatically move a portion of your paycheck into savings, you're essentially putting your good habits on autopilot. You can't spend what you don't see, right? Another key aspect of financial discipline is practicing delayed gratification. This might sound boring, but it's actually a game changer. Instead of buying something the moment you want it, try waiting. During that waiting period, you might realize you don't need it after all, or you might find a better deal. Plus, when you do finally make the purchase, it feels even more rewarding. Remember, building financial discipline is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, and that's okay. The important thing is to celebrate your wins along the way, no matter how small they might seem. Did you resist the urge to buy that expensive coffee this morning? That's a win. Did you put an extra $10 into your savings this week? Celebrate it. These small victories might not seem like much in the moment, but they add up over time. They're not just about the money saved. They're about building your confidence and reinforcing positive behaviors. Each small win is a step towards stronger financial discipline. One often overlooked aspect of financial discipline is mindset. Developing a positive attitude towards your finances can make a world of difference. Instead of thinking, I can't afford that, try reframing it as that's not a priority for me right now. This shift in perspective puts you in control of your choices rather than feeling restricted by your circumstances. Interestingly, mindfulness practices like meditation and deep breathing can also boost your financial discipline. These techniques help you become more aware of your thoughts and behaviors around money. When you're more mindful, you're less likely to make impulsive financial decisions and more likely to stick to your goals. Setting realistic financial goals is another crucial part of maintaining discipline. Clear, achievable goals give you direction and help you stay focused on your financial journey. They act as a North Star guiding your decisions and making it easier to resist temptations that don't align with your objectives. Remember, financial discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about making consistent efforts to improve your financial health. Some days will be easier than others, and that's perfectly normal. The key is to keep showing up, keep learning, and keep making those smart money moves. Finding your financial balance. You've been working on your financial discipline, but do you ever wonder if you're going too far? What if I told you there's a sweet spot where you can build wealth and still enjoy life? It's all about finding your unique financial equilibrium. Let's talk about the balancing act we all face, saving for tomorrow while living for today. It's like walking a tightrope, isn't it? On one side, you've got your future self waving at you, reminding you to save for retirement, emergencies, and big goals. On the other side, there's your present self, eager to enjoy life's pleasures and make memories. The good news, you don't have to choose one over the other. Think about it. Financial balance isn't about depriving yourself today for a better tomorrow. It's about creating a life where you can meet your future needs without sacrificing all of life's joys right now. Sounds good, right? But how do we get there? First things first, let's get clear on what matters to you. Grab a pen and paper, or your phone if you're more digital, and jot down your short-term and long-term financial priorities. Maybe you want to travel more this year, but you also dream of owning a home in 5 years. Or perhaps you're itching to upgrade your wardrobe, while also knowing you need to beef up your emergency fund. There's no right or wrong here. It's all about what's important to you. Now here's a handy rule of thumb to get you started. The 50/30/20 rule. It's a simple way to divvy up your income that many financial experts recommend. Here's how it works. 50% of your income goes to needs, like rent, groceries, and utilities. 30% to wants, like entertainment and non-essential shopping, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. It's not set in stone, but it's a good starting point to help you find your balance. But remember, this is just a guideline. Your perfect balance might look different, and that's okay. The key is to find a split that works for you, one that lets you enjoy life now while still setting yourself up for a secure future. Here's the thing. Finding your financial balance isn't just about numbers. It's also about getting creative and finding ways to enjoy life that align with your financial goals. Love trying new restaurants, but want to save more? Maybe you could learn to cook gourmet meals at home or host potluck dinners with friends. Dreaming of exotic vacations, but need to pay off debt? Consider exploring local hidden gems or planning budget-friendly weekend getaways. Now let's talk about something that trips up a lot of people: the psychological impact of financial trade-offs. It's normal to feel a bit of stress or even regret when you're making these decisions. Should you buy those concert tickets or put that money towards your savings goal? There's no easy answer, but being aware of these feelings can help you make decisions that sit right with you. Here's a pro tip. Set realistic financial goals. When your goals feel achievable, you're more likely to stick to them without feeling deprived. Plus, clear, attainable goals can help shift your focus from financial stress to positive progress. It's like having a financial roadmap that guides you towards peace of mind. Speaking of peace of mind, did you know that mindfulness practices can actually help reduce financial anxiety? It's true. Taking a few minutes each day to breathe deeply and check in with your thoughts and feelings about money can make a big difference. It helps you become more aware of your spending behaviors and can lead to more rational financial decisions. But what if you're still feeling stressed about money? Don't worry, you're not alone. Many people struggle with the fear of never having enough. One way to combat this is by developing a positive mindset about your finances. Focus on what you can control, practice gratitude for what you have, and celebrate your financial wins, no matter how small. Remember, every step forward is progress. Here's something else to keep in mind. Your financial balance isn't a set it and forget it kind of thing. Life changes, and so will your financial needs and wants. Maybe you'll get a promotion, start a family, or discover a new passion. That's why it's important to regularly check in with yourself and adjust your financial plan as needed. And hey, don't be afraid to seek help if you need it. Talking to a financial advisor, or even just a money-savvy friend, can give you fresh perspectives and ideas. Sometimes an outside view is just what we need to find that sweet spot between saving and spending. Embracing your financial journey. You've come a long way on your financial journey, and it's time to give yourself some credit. Think back to where you started. Remember those first steps you took towards managing your money? Maybe it was opening a savings account, creating your first budget, or tackling that credit card debt. Now look at where you are today. The progress might seem small, but it's real and it's yours. Your financial journey is like a winding road, full of twists and turns. Sometimes you might feel like you're cruising along, and other times it might feel like you're stuck in traffic. But here's the thing, every step forward is progress, no matter how small. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but remember, building wealth and financial stability is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's talk about celebrating your wins. Did you save an extra $50 this month? That's worth celebrating. Did you resist an impulse purchase? Give yourself a pat on the back. These small victories add up over time, and they're the building blocks of your financial success. By acknowledging your progress, you're reinforcing positive behaviors and building confidence in your ability to manage money. Now, let's dive into the power of a growth mindset when it comes to your finances. A growth mindset is all about believing that you can develop your abilities and intelligence over time. When you apply this to your money matters, it can be a game changer. Instead of seeing financial challenges as roadblocks, you start to view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Think about it. Every financial decision you make, every bit of research you do, every mistake you learn from, it's all contributing to your financial education. Stay curious about personal finance. There's always something new to learn, whether it's about investing, taxes, or new ways to save. The more you know, the more confident you'll feel in making financial decisions. Speaking of mistakes, let's address the elephant in the room. We all make them. Maybe you overspent 1 month or made an investment that didn't pan out. It's easy to beat yourself up over these slip-ups, but here's a different approach. Be kind to yourself. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself what you can learn from the experience. How can you use this knowledge to make better decisions in the future? Your financial journey isn't something you have to tackle alone. In fact, surrounding yourself with people who support your financial goals can make a huge difference. This could be friends who are also working on their finances, a mentor who's achieved the kind of financial success you're aiming for, or even online communities of like-minded individuals. These connections can provide encouragement, share valuable insights, and keep you accountable to your goals. Remember, your financial journey is uniquely yours. It's not about comparing yourself to others or trying to meet someone else's definition of success. It's about creating a financial life that aligns with your values and goals. Maybe for you, that means saving up for a dream vacation, or perhaps it's about building a nest egg for early retirement. Whatever your goals, embrace them and let them guide your financial decisions. As you continue on your financial journey, practice mindfulness when it comes to your money. This means being aware of your thoughts and emotions around finances. When you're making a purchase or checking your bank account, take a moment to tune into how you're feeling. Are you anxious? Excited? Understanding your emotional responses to money can help you make more intentional financial decisions. Building a support network is crucial for navigating financial challenges. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Reach out to friends, family, or even professional advisors when you need guidance or support. Sometimes, an outside perspective can provide valuable insights and help you see your financial situation in a new light. Embracing your financial journey isn't just about the numbers in your bank account. It's about developing a healthy relationship with money, one that allows you to feel confident and in control of your financial future. As you continue to grow and learn, you'll find that your financial decisions become easier and more aligned with your goals. You've got this. Taking control of your financial future isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about empowering yourself. Think about it. Every time you set a financial goal, create a budget, or build your emergency fund, you're taking a step towards peace of mind. And here's the thing. These actions aren't just practical, they're transformative. They help you shift your mindset and reduce anxiety. But don't forget about the power of your thoughts. Embracing mindfulness and positive affirmations can be game changers when it comes to financial stress. By practicing mindfulness, you become more aware of your money habits and can make better decisions. And those positive affirmations? They're like little pep talks for your wallet, helping you rewire your brain for financial success. Remember, your money story